Oh, happy Thursday. We're going to do a set today that has not been around for a really long time. This dates back only to the early 80s, and it has developed into 8 distinct sets of 18 forms each, known as Shibashi, which just translates to 18. Also known as Taiji 18 and Qigong 18. We'll do set 1 today, and then we'll kind of pick up set 2 next week. And then maybe over the coming weeks, we'll take a look at set 3, which is kind of in the Qigong tradition, similar to what we've been doing lately called Zhuang. So let's begin the day, just getting warmed up a little bit. Kind of chilly here in my neighborhood today, and as we had a few hot days and chilling down today. So relax the body, feet about shoulder width apart, soften the knees. Let's give the shoulders a shrug, and then just let them drop. Relax the neck, upper back, shoulders, and begin to turn the upper torso from side to side, just letting the arms swing free to begin. Coming off from a very late night last night. My oldest daughter had her first Majors League soccer game last night, about an hour and a half away. And on top of it, the game got started a half hour late, so we rolled back in about midnight, a little bit past my bedtime. Let's take the hands into loose fists and begin knocking on the lower belly and lower back. Waking up our energy center, our lower dantian. We call this knocking on the door of life. You should recognize all of the forms in the set today. They're drawn from various traditional practices as well as from Yang style Tai Chi. Nothing very exotic. They all fit together quite nicely. Let's take the front hand up the body to the shoulder area, knocking into that little hollow where the shoulder meets the chest. And then let's take it back down to the belly, continuing to knock on the lower back. And begin to shift your weight from side to side. Let's let the hands float off the body, just waving through the air like hands swirling through the water. Let's make those movements gradually a little smaller, a little slower. Bring us back down to our neutral Wuji position, and let's connect to the breath. Spinal cord breathing. Breathing in, spread the elbows apart. Breathing out, pull everything back in. Gently fold. Pull those elbows apart, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reel it all back in, relax and release. Just letting the breath drive the pace the body moves. Breathing deeply in through the nose if you're able. And then the exhale through either the mouth or the nose. And for the last few, let's add a little turn at the top. Coming back to center as we breathe out. Yeah, let's take one more on each side. And pulling it back in as we breathe out, and we rise right into the first form, our commencing form, rising and falling. Breathing in as the hands float upward, just kind of like a wind beneath your wings. And a nice long conscious breath out as the hands just melt down, and let your whole body melt down with them. One more time with our commencing form. And then the next time as we come back up, we move on to form 2, widen out, broaden the chest. Pull it back in and let the hands float back down, just as in the commencing move. Rising, turn the palms in, expand, bring it all back in, press it down. Adding the breath, breathing in and breathing out. One more time. One arm raises up overhead as we breathe in. The other arm shoots out to the side, palm up. We swing the hip away as we breathe out. Breathing in, the arms begin to change places. Breathing out, push that bottom hand forward, swing the hip the opposite direction. Painting the rainbow. Pace off from your breath. Don't need to match my movement exactly. Inhale through the transition side to side. Exhale on the stretch. Let's do one more on each side. Come back to straight up and down, and then let the arms float on down, cross each other, and then lift. Spiral the hands at the top, push the palms outward, separating the clouds. Adding the breath, breathing in as we rise, breathing out as we melt on down after separating the clouds. Just push them away. Let's take one more. And let the hands float up with palms facing upward. Toss one hand away. Let it come past your ear, past the other palm, press forward. Breathing in, toss one away. Breathing out, press forward. This one's, we know from Tai Chi, this is repulsing the monkey or fending off the monkey. Hopefully not a real monkey, but pushing away the monkey mind for a few minutes. Let's go one more on each side. Both hands float down, forming loose fists, and then sweeping overhead like we're rowing a boat. Breathing in as we rise, breathing out as we press the oars forward and around. Rowing the boat is the 6th of the 18 forms. One more time over the top. And rise back to Wuji, both palms up. We sweep one hand out, turn, toss a ball. Breathing in as we transition side to side, breathing out as we toss the ball. This is the 7th form. When we come to the 9th form, we'll see this side-to-side motion again, but with a press instead of a toss. One more time, going each way. Toss. Toss. Now let the other hand float up with it. as we carry the moon. Inhaling as we bring the moon down, transition to the other side. Exhale as we carry the moon and toss it over our shoulder. Had a magnificent supermoon last night. Got to see it come up over the horizon. It was absolutely stunning. Let's go one more each way. And coming back to center, one hand stops, you turn and press with the other. Draw that one back, turn and press, pushing the mountain. A variation on the move we know from Tai Chi called brush, knee, and push. One more press to each side. Last press. Now let the other hand float off your waist. Turn both hands on edge and pull them across the front. Hands changing places on each side. A breath in one direction. Natural pause in the breath as we change hands. And then a breath out, coming back the other way. Hands roughly positioned with the top hand across the heart center. Bottom hand level with the lower dantian. And on your top hand, the back of the hand should lead. Palm leads in the bottom hand. It's called cloud hands. The next three forms we'll do first on one side and then on the other. We'll be stepping up with one leg to a diagonal. You can picture a box on the floor. You're going to step out to the corner. One more time, coming back. And when you get to the side, recapture a ball out there. Bring it to the center. Spin the ball, let the hands float down. Stepping out to a corner, we scoop and rise, scooping the moon out of the water. You can just breathe naturally through all these. A total of 6 forms, actually, 3 on each side. Scoop and rise. One more scoop. And then we're going to turn this into a push. So we play with waves. A little easier to pattern the breath here if you want. Breathe out as you press. Breathe in as you reel it back and reload. One more regular push. And this time as we press forward, put the fingertips together, and as you come back, open up the wings. Last time coming back, come forward, and then we're going to pull hands back in, pull that foot back in. We're going to go out to the other corner and scoop the moon from the water. A couple more times, scooping the moon. Last scoop. And we'll turn our scoop into a push. Playing with the waves. One more push. And this time as you come forward, press the fingertips together and spread open your wings. Last time coming back. And then this time pull everything back in, let the hands float down, and then float back up in front, form fists, draw the fists back into the ribs, palms facing up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, punch one forward as you spiral that hand. Inhale it back. Other side, exhale forward, spiral the hand, punch forward, inhale it back. The warrior punch. One more on each side. Release the hands, and then the hands float up, all the way to the top. Turn them to the outside and down. All the way to the top. As the wild goose flies. One more time overhead. Hands reach the bottom, and then we grab a wheel and we turn it all the way around like a giant steering wheel. Get to the bottom, going the other way, all the way around and down. Let's add the breath. Breathing in all the way to the top. Breathing out, swinging it around. It's called spinning the wheel. Number 16 in the set, just 2 to go. Last turn. And release the hands, let them float down. I'll set this one up for you. Opposite hand, opposite leg. So let my left hand, my right leg. Breathe in, breathe out, bounce the ball. Breathe in, breathe out, bounce the ball. Shift the weight, pick up the empty leg. And one more bounce on each side. Last one. Hands sweep up, coming up to the face, and then turn over and press down. This one's called the old sage strokes his beard. Hands rise to the face, cup the beard, stroke down the beard. Last one. And then let's rise all the way overhead. Flatten the palms, press the palms. One more time. As the hands reach the bottom, toss one away. Let your eyes follow it overhead. And let it float down the midline of the body. Take it to the other side. And as the hands float down, let them join together, hand over hand. Place them over the lower dantian. Step the feet a little closer together. Close your eyes. And we'll finish up with a few nice, long, deep breaths. Letting our energy settle back to the center. Take one more nice deep breath in. And as you let that breath out, go ahead and release the hands. Let the eyes float back open. Give everything a little shake at the bottom. Thanks for joining me today for Shibashi. Namaste.